All right, welcome back, everybody, to another Thunder Junction draft. Our pack here, it's got a few options. We've got Hell to Pay as our rare, not a particularly good one, just an inefficient removal spell. Prairie Dog's good. If you're Seth Mansfield, you slam this if you're watching the Pro Tour this weekend. Select Sequence, good card in kind of an awkward color pair. Humiliate, a card I really like. I actually really am a fan of the Hand Disruption, this card, and the Binding, but especially this one. Putting a counter on your creature is a big upgrade. Prairie Dog's definitely just the most flexible card, so I guess I'm channeling Seth Mansfield a little bit here. There's also Pylons. I love taking a Pylons early. Naturalist, fine card, but yeah, we'll just take Prairie Dog and see where that goes. All right, our second pack here has an Eartha Joe, powerful card. Got a Lush Oasis, Fierce Retribution as a fine removal spell. Medic as, an okay 2 if you need it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Eartha Joe. It's the most powerful card here for sure. I like Phantom Interference fine. That's a card I would not hate taking here, although blue-white isn't one of my favorite color pairs. And, Eartha Joe's an easy splash, so I'll take that. Or maybe we'll just be like the mythical red-white aggro deck. Who knows? The deck doesn't come together very often. Okay, now we've got... if we're going to do that, Demonic Ruckus is the pick. There's also a Bloodseeker, and Bloodseeker's a card that's really hard to turn down. Just a card I take, around this time, 3rd or 4th pick pretty often. Mesa also good. So, yeah, I kind of want to go down this path just to feel something, Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've seen and drafted yourself a lot of Bloodseekers in your time, and Ruckus is really, really good for these kind of decks, just the red-white aggro decks, or just like any aggro deck. So I'm going to take this here. I'm not saying it's the correct pick necessarily. I do think Bloodseeker is strong enough that you should take it, even though we have red and white cards in the pile. But yeah, let's do the thing. Okay, this one's tough because there's a good follow-up in Prickly Pear. I love me a Lockpicker, though. I think this card is fantastic in so many decks. It's good in black-green Recursion to flash back your Recursion spells. It's good in Grixis Crimes. Not really good as what we're doing here, unless we go down some, weird Jeskai control route or something. So I think I'm going to take the pair. Look, I'm willing to move off of all this stuff if it turns out this stuff's really open, but Eartha Joe definitely wants Mercenaries. Demonic Ruckus wants cheap creatures, especially ones that, hit hard with the Mercenaries. All right, there's another Lockpicker. So, yeah, I'm being put to the test. There's just an Explosive Derailment. And again, we could kind of just, go challenge mode here and draft the deck that's harder to draft. Red-Blue is also a deck that I like fair enough. So, yeah, the thing is, I think I like Derailment fine enough, but it's not that important to a red-white aggro deck. So, I'll take the Lockpicker, and maybe we play all these cards together. The Demonic Ruckus, probably not, but Lockpicker, I think I could see playing with all 4 of these cards. Maybe a little bit less Prickly Pear, but... okay, so now there's a Crom. Crom is an okay card for the blue-red decks. It's solid. I honestly prefer Loan Shark a lot of the time in that slot. It's just a little bit clunky. Doesn't always do the thing. There's also Sterling Supplier, and Supplier is really good in the white aggro deck. So I might go down that path. Like I said, Crom's just not that great. If this was a Slick Sequence, and there was one in the first pack that I doubt wheels, but if this was a Slick Sequence, I would just take it here, especially because it's very good with Lockpicker. What you can do, if you haven't seen this before, you can go plot this on 3, and then you cast Sequence. Cast Lockpicker, hold full control, cast Sequence. You've cast a spell already, so you get to kill something, draw a card, and then Lockpicker flashes it back, which is really cool. But I do just really like Sterling Supplier in general. Okay, well, now we take Thunder Salvo for the potential blue-red deck. I think Essence Capture is a good card too, but blue, kind of tough. You want to be base blue to cast this card, so I'll just take it. Actually, no, you know what? I take that back. If we're drafting a blue-red deck, a potential blue-red deck, I do think Jailbreak Scheme's a little bit better than Salvo. If obviously this doesn't go in red-white, but again, the red-white decks care a little bit less about having a bunch of removal spells. And Scheme is good. If you're blue-red, you just it's a good interaction spell early. It helps push damage later. Ooh, geez, the black card's cut around here. Okay, maybe we're moving to Grixis crimey stuff. So, Mourner's Surprise, a card, if you've watched my videos before, I really love. I do think I'm probably going to take Bloodseeker over it here. It's a card I do value a little bit lower when I've got just not as many good creatures. Although, I take it back because Lockpicker Surprise is also a really good combo. So let's just grab that. This draft started with me trying to do something cool, and now we're just doing the thing that the cards that are coming to us want us to do. Okay, now there's the Plan the Heist. Humiliate's still here, which is not a surprise. This card wheels pretty often. So let's take the Heist. Okay, yeah, Phantom Interference comes around. There's an Esoteric Duplicator, kind of a weird infinite card draw engine that costs a lot of mana. All right, we're going to sideline these white and red aggro cards. Maybe move into something Grixis crimey. Yeah, Faker and Death can play well in those decks. Kind of nice with the Lockpicker, of course. All right, yeah, just some cards at the end of the pack here. Ooh, Scarecrow is a card that I really like getting late. It's a card that really just holds together a lot of my mana bases. Usually, decks that didn't pick up enough dual lands, basically. You can really just kind of be like, okay, well, I'm playing a third color, maybe splashing for some more removal. And, yeah, a Gardener or two really goes a long way. Okay, what do we have here? We have Jace, which I don't think is actually particularly good. It's just sort of, it's the kind of card that feels good when you're already winning. Like, you're like, oh, I'm just upticking, getting all this action, but it doesn't actually help you pull ahead in most games. And it's just like a Merfolk Looter that can be attacked. Lost Ode by the Law, definitely the best card here. And I might just take it. I'm not completely writing off blue-white. I mean, I don't think white has been that open, but I was just talking about splashing removal spells, and this is a good one to splash. There's also a blue-white land here, and this is like, it's not a totally stacked pack, but there's enough cards that I can imagine people taking other cards over the land. I'm not saying it's correct to do so, but I can imagine people doing that, So there's a chance it comes back. Oh, Arachdos. Also double unfortunate accident. Also a blue-white, or blue-black land. Yeah, we're just going to jam the Rakdos here. Maybe we move into like a base blue-black splashing white splashing red deck. That's something I do pretty often here. Just usually blue-black has good tools to like draw cards and have removal spells, but it does have a kind of tough time closing out the game. So just whenever you can pick up this kind of card, or even just like mercenary cards, honestly, those peck in for enough damage after you've controlled the board. So these like do actually add something quite a bit to a blue-black control deck. Obviously, Rakdos does. Like, that one's a little obvious, but I just want to point out, like, the tokens, and that's part of why I really like Mortar Surprise, too. Like, the token, just being able to make this a little bit of a faster clock, right? Your Phantom Interference, I think that's a really big deal. All right, there's a Vraska, and this card's actually not that exciting. It's fine. It's a 3-mana, 3/3 Death Touch that, like, you can make a treasure once in a while. It shuts off death effects. That's certainly something, but I'm just going to take the Desert Stew here. Just a good, cheap removal spell. There's a Mortar Surprise. I'm happy with that, too, but with the deck we're kind of drafting, I think we just want to load up with on-interaction spells, make this Lockpicker a little bit better. All right, let's Prickly Pear and get out of there. Roadmaster is a card I've come up on a little bit. Like, it's not exciting, but it's a card I'm not sad to play, where I feel like that was kind of the case at the beginning of the format. As long as you have enough stuff that cares about targeting, you kind of get more value than it reads on the card. Okay, so now we've got a Jailbreak Scheme number 2. We've got Take the Fall. We've got a Mirage Mesa. Pretty sure I'm just going to lock into Mesa here, not only for these cards, but also for the Desert Stew. And we might not end up splashing both of these. If we're going to splash one, we're probably splashing the Rakdos. But yeah, I'll just take the Mesa, be happy with that. Okay, so there's a Journey. Yeah, and Journey's a good splashable removal spell as well, so we'll take that one. Could take Stop Cold, but it's a lot worse. So yeah, I'm basically just now in the market for fixing card draw, removal. Like, I think one Rakdos and a Mortar Surprise and all our like little things that can chip in there are good enough to close the game. Sure, we get a premium finisher. That's good and fine. I'd be happy about that, but really just looking for removal and fixing at this point. And card draw. And actually, we're actually okay on card draw. We've got the Heist, Lockpicker's kind of some value, Plunderer 2. Okay, this is what I was waiting for sure. Yeah, this campaign, locking in a few of these non-creature payoffs, Campaign, Bandit's Hall, at Knife Point, really makes these decks tick. I did say we're not low on card draw, and that is true. But, yeah, this is a really, really good way to draw cards, obviously. I'm going to take Razzle Dazzler here, and that might seem a little bit weird over Skullduggery, but Skullduggery, you need a creature to be on the battlefield to actually cast it, and this is actually a nice little... We're not always going to have that, and Razzle Dazzler Campaign has been a nice little synergy. Like, Blue-Black is hurting a little bit for good cheap board affecting cards, and just being able to trigger this every single turn, just a 2-drop that, you get one counter on it, it's a fine blocker, then eventually you can maybe close the game with it. Tiny Bones joins up. All right, not going to take that. I do think here I'll take Skullduggery over other stuff, over gem drafting, I guess. Ooh, some options. Okay, there's a Blast, and I like Blast. There's also a Gigapede, and I like Gigapede. Am I going to take Silver Deputy here? The lowest of low fixing options. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to take a high impact card in Gigapede. If we were lower on card draw, I might take the Blast, but I think we just want some good top end cards here. All right, it's nothing. Brimstone Roundup I have played once in a while as like a fourth not great version of those non-creature grinding spells that I was talking about with, the campaign and the, ooh, nice scheme. The campaign and, actually, I said scheme, but I'm going to take Salvo here. Just a little bit better, and I think our mana is going to be able to support it as long as we pick up enough fixing in the next pack, and I don't care for another scheme that badly. Like, I like the card, but I don't think multiples play that well in a blue-black control deck. All right, Tyrant Scorn here. Yep, Tyrant Scorn is just like exactly what we want. There's an Oasis Gardener. Maybe that comes back around, but Scorn's great. There's Lazov, and Lazov is fine. It's a little bit worse of a payoff than the campaign and stuff, and I don't think we really need any more ways to close the game, like I mentioned. All right, blue-black land. That's definitely the card I'm going to take here. Blood Hustler, fine as well. Plunderer, Blast, but yeah, just cannot lock in that fixing high enough. And, it's a blue-black land. It doesn't look like it fixes necessarily. But if you have 3 blue-black lands and you're splashing some red cards, let's say, that means it's a little more okay to play, like, 2 mountains. Like, if you have 3 Soured Springs, I'm happy to play 2 mountains and a Mirage Mesa to be able to play my Rakdos. Okay, nice. We get another Lockpicker. That's a great piece of the puzzle here. Yeah, there's also a Reanimate. That's kind of cool. But I do think Lockpicker is just a better card for what we're doing. Unfortunately, it does not flash back the Lassoed or the Journey or anything, which is kind of why I took the Thunder Salvo there, because this is a combo with that card, not the other ones. Like, this can flash this back and be a 3 damage spell, is. All right, here's this town ain't big enough, which is also another combo with the Lockpicker to some degree. Just being able to bounce their thing, pick it up, do it all again on a future turn. Okay, well, now we're just like Lockpicker flooded. Do we want a third one? We're like slightly short on the number of good spells I would want to have a third one. I think I'm going to take it over the Loan Shark because, again, we just have other card draw. But it is close. And yeah, at this point, it does look like this Journey and the Lassoed aren't going to make it. Rakdos, yes. Thunder Salvo, probably. We've got Mesa, Garden, and Fake Your Own Death. So really, we need like 1 or 2 more sources to really be happy playing both these cards. The Rakdos is going to make it for sure. I think it's a good enough card, and we've got the sources. But yeah, I would like to get more cheap removal in this deck for these Lockpickers. I think that's something to appreciate. Oh. Hello, Stoic Sphinx. Am I taking you over Consuming Ashes? I mean, yeah, probably. It's honestly close, because, again, I think we have enough ways to close the game. And this is a very, very good one, I will admit. Just kills them. Don't think it's insane to take the Ashes. I don't think it's right. But if somebody took the Ashes, I don't think they'd be spewing value, because this deck is slightly light on good interaction when we have 3 Lockpickers now. So now we're just looking for red-black duel, red-blue duel. It's kind of the number one thing I want to see. The rest of our deck is good. I'll take a Stop Cold, though. Yeah, Stop Cold. Again, another thing doesn't get flashback, but it is a just hard removal spell for the things that need to be removed. It's the opposite of what we want. We don't want another red card we kind of want to play. Yeah, so there's an Assassin. And an Assassin actually looks okay here. I'll take an Assassin over, like, Sterling Hound. Probably cutting the Skullduggery. And, yeah, I'll take another Gardener here. That's what we want. All right, now we're good unplayables. Ooh, the Blast Wheels, too. Okay, yeah, I can maybe see playing this over something. Maybe over, like, the Fake Your Own Death. It's another source, of course. Yeah, I'm in for taking the Blast, though. We'll figure it out when we build. All right, yeah, sure. Stop Cold with Failed Fjording. All right, and yeah, just some stuff. Okay, so I think we're probably going to play this Thunder Salvo. It's going to get stuck in our hands once in a while, but I do think I want to up the number of spells, like removal spells that the Lockpickers can target. So, and we've got a lot of card draw. So, the more card draw you have, the more kind of, irresponsible you can be with your mana. And I do think I'm going to play Mountain. We've got our sources of blue and black. So that gives us like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources for red. So it's actually not too bad, right? We're not cheating on sources that much. So we just maybe cut a Rope Master and call it a day. Yeah, I'm in for that. So we'll go, up an island, up a swamp, and yeah, we'll see you in the games. Okay, yeah, I like this hand. Could use some lands. This Gardener hopefully staying alive. All right, Phantom Insurance was a nice one. Getting to counter there too. It alleviates a lot of the pressure. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is awkward. They're picking up a land on the draw. This is something that I think a lot of people have not experienced with this card, with Arid Archways, or bounce lands in general. When you're on the draw with this card, it doesn't actually do what you want it to do, unfortunately, because you have to discard to hand size. All right, we didn't draw land. That's okay though. Now we draw a land. Perfect. All right, that's turn. Counter their first thing. And just plots. All right, fine. All right, so now we play Gardener. And the nice thing is that they plotted free Strider Commando, and the Commando does get eaten by Tyrant Scorn still. Even though it kind of, it's gigantic. Still is a 3-drop. All right, draw the Green Blade. Yeah, Green Blade's a good one. That might be the thing that we have to kill instead. Yeah, I guess worst case scenario here is they go like Forests, kill my Gardener. That would leave us in kind of a not great spot. Okay, it's just a desert, so that's good. Good in quotations. Okay, cool. And yep, they cast that. Okay, cool. Jailbreak scheme. All right, so I kind of think I have to take a risk here. We're gonna fall too far behind if I just cast this not to die. It is pretty bad if I miss here and aren't able to kill this. Like, that's a pretty big risk. I guess what I could do is hope they don't have another desert here. Then line up Gardener plus Fake Your Own Death. That would put me in a pretty good spot. All right, I'll just go for the Plunder. Yeah, I think this is a calculated risk because, okay, it's a tap land, unfortunately, but it's better than no land at all. I was going to say, we just fall way too far behind if we don't hit a land here. We can take a bit of damage, take 5, and I guess 8 because this thing can attack 2. Set up for next turn, Fake Your Own Death on something. Like, that's the other advantage of playing Plunder is that we can just Fake Your Own Death, maybe make a little bit of mana. Dicey, of course, into their open mana interaction, but if they want to spend their turn interacting with my Plunder, or half of their turn when I go for the trick, it's actually kind of advantageous to me in a lot of ways. All right, yep, take it. It means they're not adding to their board. Make your own luck. All right, yeah, it's good. It's good for them, but also gives us a little bit of breathing room. And ideally, like I think we're gonna be able to grind out this kind of deck. And they hit a Outlaw Medic as their thing, so kind of a bad hit there. Okay, so now what do? We've got access to 6 mana. So we can like Tyrant Scorn, Phantom Interference, and kill this. Seems pretty good. I think I'm into that. Or like, not exactly in that order, but I will Tyrant Scorn, or try to Fake Your Own Death here. If they disrupt that somehow, I get to Tyrant Scorn to kill one of these things. And then hopefully they've used enough mana, and I can Phantom Interference their next play. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Yeah, block. Fake. I mean, ideally this just goes through. And that's what looks like what's going to happen. Okay, cool. Yep, make a treasure as well, which is pretty nice. Ooh, Desert Stew. Okay. Sentry, don't care about. And they might play around this interference. Like, they kind of, I think they had the read of it on turn 2 and 3, or at least on turn 3. So that's actually kind of fun. If they want to say, I'm not going to spend 2 mana, you're not going to spend 2 mana, I've got instants, right? So I get to choose to spend 2 mana. Okay, we're going to cast Desert Stew on the Screen Blade. Cool. Yeah, we are taking control slowly. Slowly taking control. Razzle Dazzler. All right. So do still want to keep up Phantom Interference, but and I also want to grow this Dazzler. So let's just play Dazzler, play Campaign, keep hitting land drops. Grow this Dazzler. Land? Or coin flip to hit. Also means we're coin flip to miss. All right, we hit. Yeah, we'll just pass here. Wrangler of the Damned. Yeah, that's good enough to counter. That thing's pretty annoying. All right, and pick up our Campaign. Whoops, don't want to do that. Do not want to give them a card with their medic. I wonder what's going on in their hand. Are they just like missing colors? Probably not. They have the opportunity to go search some colors, and I guess they didn't have blue before, so maybe they are like splashing red cards or something too. All right, a Heath. Have 7 mana. Aloe Alchemist. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Oh, they did it there. I thought they were going to do it there. Okay. This means a trick of some sort? Yeah, I wish I had this Tyrant scoring up, as of course. So I can just do this, and if they go for the +1/+1, like a take the shield, still not lethal. Trash the town, I can't play around that card really in a reasonable way, so I think I just let this happen, go to 2. Yeah, it kind of looks like they're going to trash the town here. that would make sense for why they put it on this entry, just like, like one really big thing. Yeah, looks like they're choosing some modes. Okay, looks like they did not have trash the town. They just spent a really long time. I think they maybe timed out there? Well, I mean, fortunate for us. Okay. So, now what's up? What are we doing? What's the plan? We can cast Intimidation campaign and still keep up this town ain't big enough. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Gain some life. Yeah, I think they were here, though. They didn't just completely time out. Okay. Well, yeah, land is good. And we'll just pass the turn. Keeping up the Gigapede as well. Another Wrangler of the Damned, eh? Another Wrangler of the Damned. All right, yeah, well, that happens. If they... All right, and they cast any other Make Your Own Luck. Yeah, I'm just drawing a bunch of cards. Luckily, this Wrangler is not going to trigger. Ooh, a Betrayal at the Vault. All right, well, that is one that we can blow out with this town ain't big enough, luckily. And if they go for this Alchemist... Oh, interesting. Thunder Lasso. Sure. I was going to say, if they go for this Alchemist, we can just Gigapede. Yeah, that's fine too. Oh, okay. They're doing this. So this works out kind of great for us, right? They're going to tap down the Dazzler. We get to trade with the Sentry and eat this Wrangler. All right, yeah. Yep, you get small. I will target that. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's just great for us. All right, cool. Walking a fine line for sure, because they got like a lot of cards in hand and it's Betrayal and a lot of stuff. Going to 1. All right, yeah. Luckily we do have some life gain. Ooh, Lock Picker too. Okay, so now what's up? We campaign. Yeah, so let's go like this. Gain a life, not die to another desert, hopefully. Draw a Rakdos. Okay, so that's gonna come a little bit later, I think. Yeah, I'll just pass the turn. Leave up this town. Alleviate some pressure here. Oh, are they just going for it? Maybe they have Snakeskin Veil? Well, I guess if they do, I lose. But if they don't, it's great. What's going on? Another Betrayal? Okay, that's fine. Just kill my stuff. We don't die. That's all I care about. Yeah, no, this is good still. This is still good for us. Yeah, that still puts us in quite a good spot. I mean, our stuff dies, sure, but I've got a million cards in hand. I don't really care that much. Okay, they play the medic. Yep. Okay, so what's the play? This can actually put artifacts on top too, if that's worth anything. Okay, I think I just want to campaign plus lockpick back a removal spell. Yeah, I like that. All right, another one too. Yeah, so of course this is going to draw them a card, but we're drawing a card as well. Yeah, so we go Deserts 2. Kill this thing. Pick that up, and we'll get it for 2 points here. Why the heck not? Yeah, they play their Alchemist. Yep, Lasso. Okay, draw a card. What's their library count at 13? We're at 17. How do they draw more cards than us? That's not fair. And a Sentinel. Okay, so they play a lot of stuff, but we do have some answers to said stuff. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana to work with here. So that's enough for Scorn plus Lockpicker plus Scorn. If I hit a land, I can also campaign this turn as well. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to go for the campaign. Yeah, gain a life. Pretty likely we hit the land here. Yeah, and if we didn't, it's not critically bad or anything. Okay, so now we go. Yep, Tyrant Scorn. Kill this thing. Yep, pick up my campaign. And now it's actually kind of a close decision between killing this Sentinel and killing this Outcaster. I think I'm going to kill the Outcaster, because that's the thing that could potentially kill us. And the Sentinel is a problem, but I think we're going to be able to just deck them with Rakdos in a turn or two. So if they want to draw some cards, I'm pretty okay with that. All right, cool. Yeah, so Rakdos doesn't just kill them right now, but I can kill them in like 2 turn cycles almost. Well, I'm going to play it. And get in one attack with the Lockpicker. We can get in with a bunch of stuff, actually. I'm not afraid. We've got this Intimidation campaign. And this can't attack me, so we should definitely attack. Steer clear. All right, yeah, you got it. Oh, sorry, I should have sacrificed there to Rakdos. My bad. Yeah, just holding up this Rooftop Assassin. It's been a long game. It's been quite the game already. All right. That was it. There's multiple points in that game where I did not think we were going to win it. But yeah, we pulled it out. Okay, yeah, nice hand. This has actually got a nice little interaction here with Interference plus Lockpicker. It's like, I don't want to call it a combo exactly, but I've done it quite a few times before where you're like Interference on 2, you plot this, you make it 2/2 on turn 4 if you got nothing else better to do, which we might do because this Lockpicker and the Fake Your Own Death works out nicely too on a future turn. So we'll see what they have going on. They play a Mirage Mesa. We'll play our Mesa on red, which, you know, might come back to bite us. We want to make sure we have the mana for Rakdos, but we also have double black, have multiple things with blue. I will counter a Geyser Drake. Yeah, sounds good. Ooh, second one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so no, especially if they don't do anything here, I'm much more inclined just to go Lockpicker into Interference this turn. Yeah, this is like kind of the perfect setup for it, where your opponent's just like not doing much, and you're also not doing much, but you want to be casting spells, you know. Fjording, yeah, great. That trade's 1 for 0 basically. Cannon. Ooh, a blast. Blast is kind of nice. All right, so let's get in. I think I'm just going to draw some cards in a turn here. Take the fall. Yeah, that's fine. Can't do anything in response to that, really. Or I should say, don't really need to. Looking at the grave. Getting back, like, using more surprise to get this back or something. No, they are plotting a Lockpicker of their own. Okay, cool. That's fine. All right, draw some cards. Also, Metamorphic Blast can sometimes sneakily kill your opponent, too. Because it is target player. So watch out for those, like, super long Super long games. All right, so are they going to cast any of these next turn? I mean, probably. They're probably going to draw 3. So that means... So what does that mean for me? Probably means I want to get the Gigapede down just to pressure them. Yep. Yep. And I'm going to cast this now to play around Island plus Phantom Interference. That's a lot of cards. Raven's fine. Not really a card I care too much about here. All right, and we draw a mountain. Okay, so let's just get in, and hopefully they just block Gigapede on Lockpicker. that would be great. Oh, they have another Take the Fall, though. Sure, okay. Yeah. Still works if they double block. I doubt they will. And no, this actually, what am I saying? This just still works in general. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Comes back, get a treasure, kill a Raven. And plot this guy, pass the turn. Malcolm. All right, Malcolm's a solid one. Get in there. I bought Sizzle to kill the Ambush Gigapede. Okay, this actually works out for us because now we can just surprise the Gigapede back. Yeah, I love surprise plus Gigapede. Just a nice little 2-card common combo. And then we can just, do it all again when we go Lockpicker, cast the Mortar Surprise again if they kill the Gigapede. Don't even need to spend our treasure on this turn to do it. Put your Jailbreak Scheme, sure. A Jailbreak Scheme of our own. Another card that's actually not too bad with Gigapede. Okay, so cast our Gigapede, kill the Malcolm. Boom. And get in. Russia Dread. Okay. So I discard a card and sacrifice 2 things. Sure, I'll just sacrifice my 2 small things. Discard my mountain. They also want to kill this too. Yeah, that's... Ooh. Oh. I was going to say, ooh, they take my Lockpicker. But they didn't. I definitely assumed they were going to. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to go Lockpicker. Get back... More surprise. Just going to get back the other Lockpicker. Which is then going to draw some cards. Yeah, our cards have definitely just lined up very well against our opponent's cards this game. Oops, not that one. I guess there's like a slight consideration to holding this Lockpicker. Maybe cast Jailbreak Scheme for lethal at some point, but we're dealing them 6 this turn. They have to deal with all of this kind of stuff. They're going to take the fall here, maybe. Nope, don't have that. Geyser Drake, sure. Bandits all. All right. Yeah, they probably want to crack their clue first, unless they have other stuff to do. Yeah, looks like they just forgot. All right, and yeah, we'll just send. They're going to trade Gigapede. They're going to take 5. We've got a Rooftop Assassin in hand. All right. Yeah, we're pretty insulated against most things. Like, there's just not that much that gets us here. Multiple spells, of course, but the cast in overwhelming forces. We get to cast this in response, or afterwards. Not response. That's very bad. Don't do that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, without this assassin, they cling to life here. I guess they could be a relevant spell, but we're just going to flash in the assassin, go for lethal. Okay, now it's definitely going to be lethal. And that'll be the game. Sweet. All right, next game here. I kept his hand. I completely forgot I was recording, and I was just kind of spaced out. But yes, I kept his hand. It's a fine hand. Okay, Sterling Keykeeper. It's not too scary of a card. Player Dazzler. Ooh, Bant, eh? All right. Sure. Trained Eric's. All right, that one's slightly scarier. We'll get him with the Dazzler. I guess this means they don't have to saddle us to attack. If I attack, like, they wouldn't want to attack into my Dazzler, but I also imagine they want to attack with this Keykeeper. Also, can probably just play something else. Yeah, so not a huge deal. So we're going to have to just do this Prosperity Tycoon, which is fine. Because then we can, oh, I actually kind of want to trade off this Gardener. If I trade off Gardener here, I don't get to Desert Stew and then lockpick the turn after. Okay, yeah, no, I take it back. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's draw a card. Oh, that was really good. Huh. All right, so now change of plans here. Now we just go Salvo you, Desert Stew you, and I've got a good blocker. Sweet. It wastes a little bit of mana, of course, but in theory, if the game goes on a lot longer and we don't die, it makes more mana. All right, a Bighorn. It's going to get locked down. Yeah, I'm very happy to just trade off this Razzle Dazzler now. Totally fine. Ooh, another pick. Oh, not that one. I was going to say another pickpocket, but we'll just stop cold this thing. And, you know, it's getting a little bit... I'm a little bit worried about... I guess we leave back. Slightly worried about them just jamming something awesome here and me not being able to kill it. But, yeah, it's fine. That's not exactly what I was worried about. All right, so now we... just plot, and pass the turn. Like, my thought was, you don't really want to have to use your last, like, hard removal spell in hand, if you can help it. But I don't think we can allow this to get in a few more hits. You're like, what's in your grave? Yeah, I will kill that. It is something I'm interested in. Ooh, nice. Good draw. Yeah, and I guess we go for the Thunder Salvo, because that one is a little more conditional as the game goes on. I got something. They're thinking. Okay, yeah, that is totally fine. We're just gonna do it all again next turn. So let's just cast this blast, draw some cards, draw some lands. Yep, sure. Pass the turn. More surprise, also, of course, very good at the lockpicker. So that means they just don't have a lot going on. Would like to draw some more card draw. I probably actually next turn, if we don't draw anything, like if I draw another land, I probably just go lockpicker, flashback, blast. Although, then this thing's pressuring us, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we do draw another land. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of interaction. I think I'm just gonna go for this, the blast. It's a close call. We also might there might be a small chance that they don't realize that blasts can make this small. Of course, you know they do. Yeah, it's a close call, but I think I rather get some more action rather than you know, just like stick around hoping to draw some stuff. I can take a hit or two off this, and it's not a big deal. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was one of the better draws for sure. Well, two of the better draws. Both these cards are very good here. And to think, we could have had a fourth in our deck. We were trying to draft some bad red-white aggro deck. Oh, they don't even attack. All right, so they're just like completely out of action, eh? All right, so we're going to start with the Heist. Cast Heist. Ooh, maybe they have the counter spell? That would be bad. Counter, and then I draw two. Or sorry, counter, and then they make they draw two, discard a card. Okay, good draws, good draws. Yeah, I definitely want to keep Rakdos for a future turn, not just now. So we'll just pass here, and not wanting to play into like a Phantom Interference or a removal spell when we've got Fake Your Own Death. Bandit's Hall. Okay, that could explain them not doing much here. I have a fourth color that this is unlocked. Interesting. They're not attacking. I feel like you kind of have to when I've just drawn a billion cards. I guess they don't feel that way, though. Okay, so Rakdos, come on down. All right, let's go for an attack. Yep, we will fake your own death. Even interrupter. All right, well, that's going to get countered. Roop. Sadly, no lockpicker value, but I'll survive. Boo-hoo for me. Yep. Sure. Oops, I guess. Sorry, I should have just pressed submit 0, I suppose. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Tether. All right. Yeah, okay. They're just dead. Cool. All right, well, that one worked out too. Okay, yeah. We got a hand that does not have blue mana unless our Gardener survives, but that's fine. We've got a Plunderer. All looks good to me. Oh, another Gardener. Okay, well, unless they are dead set on killing these Gardeners, we will now have blue mana. They plot a... Ooh, that's what you don't see every day. Sheriff of Safe Passage. Not a particularly great card, I don't think. But, I don't know. Maybe they have a deck that makes it good. A Rakish Crew. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just pass and play our Gardener here. Yeah, I say that and we're going to get just, like, absolutely destroyed by this card, I'm sure. Yeah, they play a 3/3. Yeah, totally fine. All right, and we draw a land. So, you'll just play... Whoops, not that. Plunderer. Yep, we draw a card, leaving up Blast and Desert Stew. Yeah, so I'm not going to block this turn. Might double block it with 2 Gardeners or something next turn. Bighorn, okay. Ooh, campaign. All right, so what do we do now? Cast Campaign, draw a card. I think I'm going to try to set up this Metamorphic Blast to eat something here rather than Cast Campaign. Like, block Plunderer, or maybe even Gardener. Probably Plunderer, but block Plunderer on the Bighorn. Go for the Blast play. Just in there, eh? I'll still go for it. Yeah, I think that's still fine. And is there a risk to double blocking? I guess if they have like a take up the shield, it's not great. So I'm just going to go for the single block here. Kind of implies they don't have much going on though. Because if they did, they'd probably just be fine making the attack. Like they kind of clocked that I have something. They could also just be like, okay, let's see what you have, and I'll attack with my lesser thing that you are kind of incentivized to block at some point. If this works out, great. If it doesn't, we lose a Vault Plunderer. Oh, my bad. I forgot about the Mercenary token. Yeah, that's the way that works. It gets a +1, so I probably should have blocked with Gardener there. I think it's actually not too bad, but should have just done it the other way. Okay, so now they draw an Overzealous Muscle. And I think that means we want to go Jailbreak Scheme, kill the Sheriff. Kind of tough, though, because then what do we do after that? There's also a lot of temptation to just go Campaign, Jailbreak this, get attacked for 6, and they make a 1/1. Yeah, that's not great, really. Look at one of my deserts. That would be nice. All right, yeah, we're going to take a bit of a hit, but we're just not making any forward progress if we just cast 2 removal spells here. Oh, that's nice. So we'll... yeah, put this on top. And pick up the campaign. Cool. So yeah, I imagine they just play this, saddle here, make a token, bash me for a bunch. take it. All right, and we're gonna try to. Ooh, that was good too. I think we're gonna try to deal with this muscle here. So I'm gonna go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can go campaign, gardener, plus salvo. Okay, that seems pretty good. So let's go campaign first, of course. Turn island. I guess it doesn't matter too much. What we tap. Into. And kill this thing. Pick this up. Okay, so again, taking a little bit of damage, but setting up our mana, making sure we can cast multiple things per turn. We've got this Rakdos to hopefully stabilize. This Assassin's going to help too to some degree. Also, Rakdos, like if they do go for a removal spell, being able to sack a Gardener to draw 2 from their deck and hopefully cast 2 of those spells is pretty good. Yep, they attack. Okay, so we go to 9. Do you have a follow-up threat, opponent? This Rakish Crew, not doing too much right now, although spoke too soon, I guess. Oh, this isn't an outlaw, but this one is. All right. So, okay, so we might want to play board control a little bit longer. So now the Lockpicker plus Desert Stew is nice. Lockpicker plus Salvo also nice. So I guess what we do is, can we play the campaign too? We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. It's a lot of mana. So campaign is 3, picker is 4. Yeah, we just get to do it all. Okay, cool. So campaign first. Yeah, draw a card. Oh, you got something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this, opponents? What is this? Deserts do you. Yep, cast this. Flashback, salvo, and kill the bighorn. All right, that works. Thankfully. Now, we do have the issue of this thing attacking us for 5, and I might just jump block here. With these 2 mercenaries, you don't really want to go too low. Although we've got the campaign, right? So it's not too bad. Baron, all right. Baron makes me still a little more incentivized to block, because Baron can just drain me out of the game with Rakish Crew. All right, and they're just attacking all. Okay, so if we do this here, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that's okay. Because we can gain some here and block more next turn. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. They're gonna sack, drain us for 1. Ouch. Ooh, pickpockets. Pickpocket's been pretty good to us here. Still don't have another desert in play, unfortunately. Like it's gone through half her deck, which, you know, admittedly is not like a ton. So I think what I want to do is campaign, lockpick, that's 6, and then scheme, that's 9. And then I can't play the assassin or Rakdos. Okay, let's go for the campaign first. See what we get. Tyrant Scorn was a pretty darn good one. Okay, so now we can scorn this thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I guess we still can't do like a ton. We can play campaign again. That's kind of cool. Or, you know, we just scorn and leave up assassin. That's not bad either. Yep, pick this up. I think we're pretty safe just to pass the turn and get this lifelinker in play. Yeah, like they might just attack all and do the Bertram thing. If they have a removal spell here, it's not that bad. I guess another Rakish Crew would almost kill us. Although not the rooftop assassin. But I do think I want to get the assassin and play this turn. Ooh, Raven of Fellow Omens. That's a scary one to see. It's more drain. Okay. Vigilante. That is also an outlaw. So now we do really have to worry about this. Alright, so flashing the assassin. Razzle Dazzler. Okay, so this is probably the turn we're going to get Rakdos down. So let's go Campaign. Gain a little bit of life. Well, I say that, but maybe we just kill this bird. They're going to get to draw a card off of it, of course. And there is a desert, which I don't think is that relevant anymore. Yep, so we're going to lockpick. Yeah, don't think I'm casting Rakdos this turn. So lockpick, cast the Tyrant Scorn, kill the Raven, get it for 2. They're going to sacrifice. We get it for 2. Get to replay the campaign. Although I guess replaying the campaign is just worse than playing a blocker. Yeah, I guess I could have sequenced a little bit better to get a counter on my Razzle Dazzler. But that's okay. Okay, so we're fairly stable now. Like, not out of the woods, but stable-ish. Most of the cards in our deck are also really good here. All right, they are pumping their own Port Vigilante. Yeah, okay, well, I'll just block it. If they want to kill my Rooftop Assassin, that's okay. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Sure. Means Rakdos gets to dodge the removal spell, which is cool. Ooh, Gigapede's good too. All right, well, come on down, Rakdos. Yep, play this calling black and pass turn. If they go for a sack end of turn here, I do just Gigapede, kill one of their things, so they can't sack the Bertram. Okay, cool. And it's actually sort of close. I guess I killed the Vigilante. I was going to say it's sort of close between that and the Mercenary token, but the Vigilante just makes a little more sense. All right. And I think probably end of turn here, I'm going to sack Gigapede to draw a bunch of cards off their deck. Or if they go to kill Rakdos or exile it. All right. Yeah, it's looking good. There's obviously a risk in that a little bit because they go for like the murder or a removal spell and then my Rakdos dies. But I mean, drawing 6 cards is also pretty good. Although I guess I've drawn a lot of cards with my Gigapede here, or sorry, my Intimidation campaign. So probably not enough to warrant it. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, cast campaign. Gain some life. More surprise. Alright. Lock down Bertram. Lose the ability. Razzle Dazzle sugars. Also able to buy back a lockpick if we need to. Yeah. This deck's good at grinding. This deck has been very good at playing these long games. Alright. In with this too, sure. If they play an ambush Gigapede of their own, how sad am I about this attack? Probably sad enough that I should leave back the lockpick. So I'll just get in like this. Can't block sack. Lose all abilities. Deserts do the Gigapede. Okay, so this could be them baiting me into using the Rakdos. And yeah, I just don't think I need to. Like, we killed him in a few hits here. Alright, now cast this again. Gain a bunch of life. Well, 1. 1 is a bunch in this situation. This not big enough, pretty good too. Oh, another Baron. Alright, cool. That's fine. So barring a removal spell here, we should just be able to kill them. Because we get to double trigger this and get in. So yeah, let's do that. So, bounce. Oh no, sorry, I need to do it on my turn, my bad. Stokes Sphinx is pretty good one too. So let's bounce the Baron, bounce our lockpick. Yep, Take that action. Okay. Yeah, then we need to cast the campaign to trigger the Razzle-Dazzler. And even if we don't kill him this turn, like the Razzle-Dazzler probably kills him. Like if this is, I'm trying to think what removal spell even gets me. The Fierce Retribution, I guess, is the one thing. Gets me, you know, quote unquote. Doesn't really get me that bad. All right, opponent's going out in style and dealing more than lethal. All right, that was a grind. All these games have been grinds, but yeah, we're getting there with this one. 4-0. Let's see if we can keep on keeping on. Yeah, it's a nice one. Actually, a really good set of cards. Like, they all interact really nicely together. Desert Stew and Lockpick, and Surprise Lockpick, obviously, and the Ambush Gigapede. It's just good deck building like this, eh? All right, and the Gardener. And the Gardener's coming for some fun, too. The Gardener can cast the Gigapede a little bit early. Import Vigilante. Okay, well, we are just going to nab that. No thank you. And they play a Prickly Pear. All right, yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance. So, yeah, just play the Gardener. Get some mana in play. Hopefully we draw land next turn. We can lockpick the Desert Stew. Yep. Ooh, no Bruce Tarl there. That's good. That's a good side for us. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for this. I could just leave up the town ain't big enough. That's kind of interesting. And also, like, this Gigapede can get this next turn if I draw a land. No, I think I should just go for it here. They could have a Holy Cow. Let's throw it up here. They could have, like, a take up the shield. But if they want to take up the shield, this Prickly Pear, I'm kind of fine with that, you know? Yeah, totally fine. All right, so get bashed for a bit more damage, but the Ambush Gigapede can clean that up nicely next turn. I guess the cost of trading the Gigapede off still, but ooh, Sphinx. All right, well, now we definitely pass. And I think I'm just going to go for the double block here, because if they have something, they use a trick, great. If not, they trade off for the Gardener, and I cast my Sphinx. Plains. Ah, got him. All right, and now we just play the waiting game. Instant speed all the time. Or the waiting game is not the best way to describe this because we're killing them very, very quickly. We're not doing too much waiting, honestly. Yep, so they bash in, I think. I'm going to Gigapede here. It leaves the Sphinx open to a bit of an attack, but we can always just buy that back, of course. I'd rather not die. Mystical Tether, a little bit of a problem, but not even that big of a problem. All right, send? Yeah, send. All right, well, in typical red-white in this format fashion, it seems they have run out of steam. Although, I'm thinking here, I wonder if they have Final Showdown? I mean, it's not like it matters. I'm still going to cast this card. Oh, Arena. Auto-tapping me so poorly, especially when I draw Phantom Interference. All right, well, hopefully they don't have that card. Okay, they didn't. All good. All good. All right, quick game. Yep, another nice hand. A little bit unfortunate that I'm going to have to call black here over red, but yeah, whatever. Our spells are really good, so we just want to cast them. And Rakdos will be just under that red source in our deck, I'm sure. All right, let's Slaughter Pickpocket. I always call this Pickpocket. It's a lock picker. Slightly different. Deep Muck Desperado. I mean, that's a card I kind of care about. Do I care about it enough to not just jam Sphinx here? No. I'm just going to jam Sphinx here. Play around a counter spell. 5-turn clock, opponent. It'd be funny if they had their own Stoic Sphinx. Get in. Yep, and I think I do plan the heist here. I don't think I keep up interference. Yep, still just hexproof. Still, oh, they do have their own Stoic Sphinx. That's great. Okay. We got a game. We're gaming. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm slightly advantaged, but all right, they plot a bandit. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Yeah, what's better than one Sphinx? All right, that does mean that they're not going to want to trade off here, so that's good. Okay, let's go. Well, no, we shouldn't cast Plan the Heist just yet, so let's get in. Oh, I take it back. They are. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Oh, they're gonna like Visage Bandit this thing? That's their plan? That's a cool plan. I respect it. But we're just gonna go Springs. So we get another desert in play. Then deserts do this. Cool. So much card advantage. Yeah, we're not winning. We're not losing the grinding race. Feel pretty confident about that, I think. All right, draw land, which is good for us. We'll just pass and play this ambush guillotine. Hold up Phantom Interference. Plot Loan Shark. All right, well, I kind of take it back. I think if this is their plan, it does seem like they have Phantom Interference. Although, you know what? I'm fine if they want to trade their Phantom Interference for this guillotine. That is actually totally fine. Essence Capture, even better. Even better to get that one out of their hand. Okay, so now we're gaming. Yeah, I can't really stop them from doing this. So we'll just go campaign. Blast, sure. I'll just play Gardener now. Get my mana in play. Especially in these control mirrors, like a priority is super, super. Make sure you hit your land drops each turn. And we're doing that. Gem, okay. Loan Shark, okay. I guess they're gonna Loan Shark. Copy Loan Shark, yeah, okay. That is, it's fine. Like we're gonna outcard them eventually. We'll kill the gem. Oh, are they gonna just like? Oh, do they have like a Requisitioner's Raid? No, they have another Desperado. Okay, well now we go. Lockpicker. Yeah, we go. Deserts do. Kill this thing. Pick up my campaign. Draw a card. Play the campaign. Kill the Desperado. Yeah, and like I said, we are gaming. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Up a million cards. Have a million more to go. Mage's Newt. All right. It's a weird one. Basically a bear. Yeah, we'll just take it this time. Draw land, which is pretty nice. Okay, so I think this turn I just go Gardener, try to go for a block, leave up Metamorphic Blast. I almost don't even care about the card draw from Blast, so I could just leave up the 2-mana version, play Gardener, plot Lockpicker. That seems fine. Okay. Oh, not that. Plot you. They have like a Wrangler here. What if they have a Wrangler? We just counter it. Metamorphic Blast ourselves. Yep, that's fine. Another Desperado, eh? All right. Well, luckily, once again, we have the answer. That's funny. I mean, they know I have the answer too, so it's not like a big surprise. All right, so campaign. Could be a problem if this one, if I can't kill this one, it's an issue. So let's hope. Looks like they have something. Could be a bounce spell. Oh, that's totally okay. Okay, they just want to mill me for 3. Milled me just that much closer to my Rakdos, thankfully enough. Cool. All right. There we go. Plot this. And pass the turn. Sweet, nothing. Jailbreak scheme's pretty good. Okay. Campaign. Archive trap me. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay. So we can we can lethal scheme. They're gonna mill my Rakdos. And we can lethal scheme to put my Rakdos on top and then blast them. It's not gonna be enough, I guess. I have to hit something off the Rakdos. Oh wait, I'm also they're doing this in response to the intimidation campaign, so we're just gonna deck out right this second, eh? Yeah, there's nothing real I can do about that. Okay, yeah, opponent got me fair and square. You know what? that is they had a plan, they went for it, and yeah, GG's. All right, that was cool. That was great. All right, let's try not to get archive trapped this game, shall we? Yeah, good hand here. Good hand. I think this deck would have been just like infinitely worse without this campaign. We've seen it most of our games. I mean, we see a lot of cards in our deck, but we've seen it in you know, our top 15 cards or whatever most of our games. And yeah, we definitely won a lot of games because of it. I mean, the last game, maybe it was our undoing, but we wouldn't have gotten as far in that game without it. So still deserves a shout out. Oh, I just realized I played not my Swamp here. This was silly, wasn't it? Okay, well, yeah, it's gonna have some ripple effects because now I can't leave it up here. Luckily, we have like a pretty good answer, but that was silly of me as I was rambling on. All right, I will just block. If they have take up the shield, it's fine. Steer clear, yeah, that's also fine. Okay, cool. So I do think I just kill this thing and then leave up the interference. Snakeskin Veil gets us pretty badly here, but like, because I can't counter that, but. And I think if they flash in a holy cow, I will probably counter that too. Yeah, I guess I get to like maybe block with Sphinx on a future turn, but I just kind of don't want to give them this card selection. Don't want to take chip damage here. Giant Beaver, yep. We can deal with that once we draw one of our lock picks. All right, so we have in the grave. Still the Plunderer. So we could like get back Plunderer, play Plunderer, try double block. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Just kind of delay them from getting in some good hits here. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we'll like block with our Sphinx next turn. Metamorphic Blast. Like if you just like 1-for-1 with these green-white decks, they kind of just fall apart. That's what I found. You know, of course, the whole thing is they do a pretty good job of just killing you quickly, but once you get to this point, it's not too bad. Okay, so now we're just go past the turn. I think I will flash in Sphinx and go for the Metamorphic Blast here. They got something. So I could just go for the block and not proactively do this. Kind of want to do that. I kind of want to see if they'll blink first here. Okay, they do. Yeah, I'll use this on a later date, I think. We can chump block this for a while. Prairie Dog, okay. Environment. All right, sure. Yep, Draw a card. Yeah, it's a good draw. All right. Yeah, Rakdos, come on down, my friend. Okay. Do you have an answer, opponents? Mystical Tether gets me. Nothing else really, because I can take the Oh, interesting. All right, well, I'm blocking. What do you got? Trash the Town's like slightly annoying, but doesn't get me too bad because I can Metamorphic Blast the Beaver. Just happens. Okay, so I mean, this does mean that Rakdos goes shields down, right? But I think that's fine. I mean, I can't really do anything about it. I should have sacked because there's no reason not to sack there. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, so now we just go Gardener. Because it's not like I could sack later. Yeah, I'm messing up my sacrifices a little bit with this Rakdos. All right, now play Campaign. I'm messing up my sequencing because I should have just played the the Campaign first. Yes, this is one of the sloppier games I've played during this run. Okay, now I block sack. Because if they have something now, that's fine. We also get to draw 2 cards here. Like if they have like a clear shot or something, sure. DP trades next turn. I draw 2 cards. Draw another one off the Campaign. I guess this could be the Trash the Town. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that is fine. We got that read last turn. So just make their beaver small. It's no longer a giant beaver. A Jite? Sure. Okay. Yeah, we will go land. Griffin. Supplier. Count on Rakdos, make it a 3-turn clock. And yeah, okay. They've seen enough. Cool. All right, this hand, I think I'm gonna mulligan this one. First time we're gonna mull this league. It's just three cards I can't cast. Very good if I do draw, or 4 cards I can't cast. Very good if I draw a blue source, but I think I should not keep that kind of hand. All right, this is pretty good. It's interesting to figure out what to put back between this town and some of these. I think I'm gonna put back Plunderer, and then if we fall behind, like we can Gardener, bounce 2 things. Red, white. Okay. Well, I like that I put back that card against red, white, if we're playing red, white, because 3-1 doesn't block very well. All right. If they play a Bandit, we'll play our Gardener. Play Quill Charger. It's not one you see every day. I think I just go for the double bounce here. Yeah, sure. Set them back, buy some time. They can play the Quill Charger again if they'd like. Me like Campaign, hopefully draw into a land and then plot the Lockpicker. Oh, they don't. So they have a good 5 they want to play, that means. Or a good 6 maybe with this Bandit. Plotting. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, plotting out Trailblazer. Outcaster Trailblazer. All right, so yeah, we did land. So we'll just go Campaign. Oh, Phantom Interference. I guess that doesn't actually help. It helps if they don't have a land. They did miss their land, right? No, I guess we don't know that. We were on the play. Yeah, that's tempting. Tempting just to keep that up here. Yeah, because if they don't hit the land, then the Charger. Okay, I think it's just kind of too bad if they do hit the land. So we're just gonna do this. Like, it just we're not doing anything with our turn if they do hit the land. I mean, again, we don't know if they are missing a land or not. I imagine with 5 random cards, they're not. Although, you know, they play a tap land, we would have gotten them here. But I think just too big of a risk. And Paladin. Okay. We also just might get them on a future turn. But Paladin is pretty scary. Fake your own death. Okay, I like that. So, yeah, let's keep up interference, keep up fake your own death, and chill. We're at 6 mana now. Block, fake. Oh, nice, it worked. Okay, so it also means they don't have any instant speed interaction, so that is good for us. Oh, and we can counter something and make a 2/2 here, so that's kind of cool. Yep, Charger. I think I will probably counter this Bandit if they just cast that here. Yeah, because this Phantom Interference is definitely outstaying its welcome a little bit. And they're drawing more cards than us, unfortunately. But if we can survive, if they don't just keep hitting us with 4/4s, I think we'll be fine. Oh, Ambush Gigapede. Yeah, that was just like the perfect draw. Okay, so kill the Trailblazer, and I think no attacks. Like, if they want to attack with this thing, I'll just double block pretty happily. If they give it Menace, that is. Okay, it's a good one. It's a very large green blade. Okay, deserts. Again, they didn't have any instant speed stuff last turn, so hopefully they didn't draw any this turn. Cool. You don't have anything amazing to flash back in the yard. This town ain't big enough is something. What is this? Wolverine. Okay, so yeah, let's just go for the draw 3 first. I'm not going to be using red, so don't need that. Desert's Dew is something. It's not not amazing here, but we can use it on a future turn. Yep, draw the campaign. Alright, they hit a Varmint. That's annoying. Yeah, so Varmint's gonna take care of the campaign. And yeah, there goes our engine, but Lockpicker drawing 3 is also pretty good. I'm more sad about the life gain going away, honestly. Alright. Yeah, we can deal with this Green Blade. We're going to be okay. And we've got quite a few things that deal with it. Out Cold, or Stop Cold, Tyrant Scorn. Jailbreak Scheme, maybe not the best thing, but... Alright, cool. Alright, so... Yeah, let's do this. Cast our draw 3 again. There's the Tyrant Scorn. Cool, and we also drew another removal spell, so yeah, kill this thing. Keep up the Thunder Salvo, pass the turn. That was just the Rakdos and Stoic Sphinx waiting room now. We hit an Erynx, alright, so a bunch of small creatures, we can deal with these. Yeah, they look like they're sort of running out of gas too, luckily. Yeah, we've also only drawn one of our lock picks, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna Thunder Salvo this thing on a turn. If I take up the shield, Snakes to Veil. Same diff. Ooh, Dazzler. Okay, Dazzler's not a bad draw. And I do think I need to use this here. Oh, I guess I should have technically played my Desert first, of course, but. Alright, chillin'. Chillin' and don't have like an actual kill spell for a giant thing, even if we draw our lockpicks, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll just trade here. Another land, sure. Yeah, it's sort of comforting to think. Oh god, that's bad. I was gonna say it's sort of comforting to think that ideally we have better late game draws than they do, but if they just draw like 1/5/5 or 4/4 that goes unanswered, we're in for some trouble. All right, build some cards. Just some cards, various assortments of cards. Siren Springs. Passing, that's good. Ooh, okay. Blast was a really good draw. I do think we just fire this off. Because just a lot of great stuff in our deck. Our deck is almost entirely non-lands now. Oh, yeah. Gardener. Keep up this Rooftop Assassin. Should I attack here? It's kind of close. Like, I think I probably don't because I want to save this Assassin for dealing with a big creature rather than just flash it in for some lifelink. Speaking of which, big creature. Oh, I wonder if this is the. I wonder if they like paused last turn and were like, "Ooh, should I cast something here?" Because they paused on their turn. I think they were like, "Well, I should wait for another spell so I can scry into some good stuff." Well, maybe not. Okay. Hello. There we go. And they're actually almost dead, right? Because we've got. They're at 10 cards, and I think I'm just gonna sack my Razzle Dazzler here. Well, I keep like the entire draft. I'd be like, I'm just gonna sack to draw 3 cards, as Rack does, but no, it's just better to keep it. Have the indestructible threat. We can always mill them out at some point later. I guess something that kind of sweetens the pot is they have played a lot of lands and have a few in the grave, so their deck is, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess not that many lands, or not that many spells. Collective Defiance. Okay, now I do sack, yeah. If they want to kill Rakdos in response, that's not that bad. Draw 2. Also still have our Mourner Surprise for what it's worth. Yep, okay. And they also get to scry to like maybe mess me up a little bit. They put a good card on the bottom. All right. Yeah. Yep, so we're going to block. And Assassin. Ooh, Stoic Sphinx. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see. All right. Our library is at 10. Yeah, we'll be able to kill them before they kill us, as long as they don't have something just nasty here. And again, still have more surprise. Congregation Griff, sure. Trail of the Vaults. All right, well, we're going to get to eat this Naturalist. Yoink. All right. Spell? Our deck is about half and half. Okay, that's a spell. That's a hell of a spell. So let's go cast this, draw some cards. Yep, just go. Oh, I could also bounce. Nah, that doesn't do that much. Just gonna draw some cards. Yeah, Jailbreak Scheme. Sweet. So let's do that. +1/+1 counter on you. Put that on top. I think this game's pretty locked up now. Yeah, especially if they're choosing to put that on top. I think they should probably bottom. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they have some plan for this, but they're not winning the race this way. And yeah, I'll just lock this down. Get it for 8. Sphinx is lethal next turn. All right. I guess a, what's it called? Primal Might? The X fight spell would kill me here. If they got it, they got it. Okay, they didn't have exactly that. All right, we pulled that one out. Nice. All right, final look at the deck here. Yeah, I mean, I think you saw the power of a lot of the cards here. The lock pickers, obviously. The gardeners, they're very good, right? In this deck, just being able to cast their spells. We also had a lot of card draw, right? Anytime you have card draw, any mana acceleration gets a little bit better. And I do really think this was important to splash this Thunder Salvo. This was another card that, if we didn't have this, I was talking about the campaign, it was won us multiple games. I think if we didn't have this Salvo, there was a lot of games where we just wouldn't be able to have enough spells for the lockpicker, right? Like, we ended up not having too few But I did think the splash was worth it here with our 5 mana sources when you include Fake Your Own Death. Anyways, yeah, hope you enjoyed this. As always, like, comment, subscribe, helps out the channel, and we'll see you next time.